Testimonial part one, take one.
Hi, I'm Akash. I'm from India. I'm 25 years old now. This is what I used to look like before my treatment, which was in June last year, 2023. And while I look at this picture, it reminds me of so many things, so many times which has been invested and wasted while I used to look at myself and not feel confidence at all. Soon after my treatment, I just feel more confident, and all the times which I've spent unnecessarily on my hair and all the tools and equipments and oil and stuff like that which I've used, it's now no more there in my life, and I just feel more confident and can go anywhere.
Could you rewind and tell me a little bit about like the first time you started to notice your hair receding and exactly what you tried and how long you were trying it?
So first time, it was back in 2020. 2020, yes, I started noticing, and my hairline started receding, and there was quite a hair fall. And when I spoke to my parents, then they were like, it's maybe because of the heredity, because my father also used to have the same thing. But I never, okay, one thing is heredity, but I would never believe that I could just be on that and just let it go. But I always had this thought that, okay, the world is growing and it's becoming advanced, and there's always an option you have when this things comes up. And that's when I realized that I will give it some time and year and let the hair fully mature, whatever has to go, let it go, and then I will take this step of hair transplantation.
And what are some of the oils?
Okay, so there are so many remedies, but I initially started with coconut hair oil, which I'm telling you does not make any difference. Any oil would never make any difference. What an hair transplant will.
How long did you try it until you said, okay, this is enough, I need to do something?
Of course, going out to the clubs, to the parties, I used to wear caps, and and people used to question me, why? Just be natural. And I didn't want to tell them it's because of this I'm wearing the cap, because people who do not have hair receding or hair fall, they do not know until unless they are in my shoes, until unless they are in those shoes who have these kind of problems. So I used to feel very disconfident, not confident at all, and yeah, and now it's totally different.
How do you think it affected you personally and other people around
Other people around me, of course, they are very close, so they would always support me and telling me by this isn't quite natural and it happens, and everyone is like that, and this celebrity is like that, that celebrity is like that. But I was like, maybe, but right now I want that. I want my hair to grow back. I want this so that I feel satisfied and I'm not underconfident. I do debates. I just don't want to be underconfident because of this. When I speak, I want to speak my heart out.
Could you tell me again about the story of how you discovered the right place to go for your hair transplant?
So it was when I came to university in 2022 September in UK. My university was University of Birmingham. I had a flatmate who was from Turkey, and I used to usually discuss hair transplantation and clinics which are in Turkey, located in Turkey. And he used to tell me he has a couple of friends who have done it from Turkey, and I also wanted someone who spoke that language, because when I spoke to the the companies, I understood that they would speak in Turkey. Later, when I started speaking initially from myself, they used to communicate themselves in English, and that's when I was comfortable. And later, there were a couple of clinics which I researched, and my friend who I used to live with told me Elithair is a good option, and I have friends who have done it from there. I've seen their post and past, pre and post images, and they were fab. And that's when I decided that it's going to be Elithair.
Was there anything in particular that made Elithair stand out apart from your friend recommending it?
Of course, once I started my research, there were FUE treatment, which I don't know any other was providing at that time. There were very good discounts which Elithair gave me. There was a whole package of hotel, interpreter, travel, and accommodation, plus this extra amazing services which they gave me. Also, while I spoke to them, they were more like, okay, just tell me your conditions. And I used to tell them that I'm very scared of needle, I'm very scared of pain, and I do not want to see blood, because those are things which I'm only concerned about. And they took utmost care of those three things. And my operation was very smooth. I didn't even know that, okay, operation can be done like that without any pain. Yeah.
So your biggest concern was the pain of the treatment.
Yeah, the biggest concern was pain and the blood, because I always thought that so many needles, I'm sure I'm going to see blood. And they told me on the phone that we will take care of it, just trust us. And then I was like, okay, if they are saying it, they will do it. And they did it.
On the day, what was it like there when you arrived?
I was very nervous. I had my friend also traveling with me to Turkey from UK. And then a nurse, the receptionist, showed me all around the place. And the place was amazing. It was so nice. There was artificial intelligence used in that place. Everything is so clean. Their canteen, and I saw the clinic place, and I spoke to a couple of patients, and then they all were satisfied. I also spoke to someone who just got their hair transplant done, and they said that it's good.
How about your experience with like telling your family, your friends? Did you tell them about the treatment or?
For my family, an operation was concerning, so I didn't want to take a risk, because they will like me in whatever way I am, with hair, without hair. So they would always tell me no. No, because of course one is risky. They do not know how much research I have done. And later I thought that I'm independent enough. I can take this decision. Everything is on place. The dots are connecting. They have given me enough time, and I did it. And after 6 months, I told them and showed it, and they were like, "Oh, you have done something." Then I was like, "It's not risky at all." I didn't want to say, because I didn't want you to feel troubled or any kind of concern. And but yeah, they were really surprised and really proud of me going through the operations by myself.
Did you ever consider doing the treatment in the UK or was Turkey the obvious choice?
So, honestly speaking, you speak to anyone who has hair fall or receding hair, the one point they say is Turkey, because there are a lot of hair transplantation and couple of other treatments as well, and it's very famous at least back in India. Whenever you speak about these concern, it will come to Turkey. It'll come down to Turkey. I tried seeing few clinics in UK, but they were not much satisfactory from my side. They didn't satisfy me, and hence I had to choose Turkey.
Apart from the price in the UK, was there something else about the UK clinics that didn't really satisfy you?
I just feel the UK clinics, while I spoke to them, they were like, uh, they never used to come down to my position and tell me, okay, this won't happen, that won't happen, we'll take care of this. They didn't actually tell me. They were just, okay, these are the options, you can choose one and come to the clinic. But in Turkey, it was very different. I had numerous calls and amazing services. Whenever I called them, they cleared all my queries and doubts. And that's why I chose Turkey as well. This is one factor which I chose Turkey for.
And what was the sign-up process like for Elithair? How did you get in touch with them?
Oh, it was very easy. I went on their website and got their customer care number, spoke to them everything. I told them during the operation, during the 3 days of complete, all the finances. I want to do it beforehand, and then it happened very smoothly. They sent me some quotation and bank details. I transferred the money, and then and when I went there, absolutely there was no problem, and from top to bottom there would always be a cab and a driver ready under my hotel and drop me to the clinic from there, and from clinic back to the hotel. Absolutely no time consumption.
After you went back to the UK, what was it like to, take care of the hair after? Was it straightforward? What was it?
Of course, it was tough after my transplantation to take care of so many things. There were so many things which I didn't have to do, and how to wash my hair, not hair and scalp, and how to go about it. Where do you have to sleep? Do you have to sleep with your uh, which side? And there was my friend back in London whom I stayed with, and he took care of everything. He used to wash my hair. He used to apply that uh, a shampoo and then wash it every day. And then after 15 days, the scrap that was out, and that's when I decided now it's time for me to go back to my university.
Did the app also help you out to keep track of everything?
The application was perfect. It told me exactly what time you should stop and what time you can start something, like drinking alcohol, sleeping in this way, using different kind of products for your hair, shaving, or going to a salon, and many things.
Looking at yourself again in that photo, what's been the biggest change in you, like in your personality?
I'm very confident now, and back looking at this photo, absolutely everyone can see again it's not nice. I definitely didn't like it, and now it's different.
If you could give advice to other men who are suffering with hair loss, what would be your message to them?
I would definitely recommend Elithair. Do a research, wait, give yourself a timeline that okay, by this time your hair should mature, the falling hair should fall, and now it's proper right time. You would take this decision and go for it. And plus, they have a guarantee scheme as well. Once you have done whatever the application and the procedures happens uh, after the hair transplantation for about 6 or 8 months. Once you have done that, you will get a certificate where it's guaranteed that if there is any fall or bad things, they will guarantee it that it won't happen. And of course, and this hair will remain with me for another 40 years, what they say.